How to interpret your own dreams. Dreams express the unconscious. They are dynamic mosaics of symbols that convey the movements, conflicts, interactions, and developments within the unconscious mind. The unconscious possesses a unique ability to create and employ images as symbols. These symbols constitute our dreams, forming a language through which the unconscious communicates with the conscious mind. Much like a burning fire naturally emits heat, the unconscious inherently generates symbols. It is an inherent characteristic. Learning to interpret these symbols grants us insight into the workings of our own unconscious. This capacity to produce symbols extends beyond dreams, influencing various aspects of human life, as symbolic imagery flows from the depths of the unconscious. Neumann writes, "The symbolic imagery of the unconscious is the creative source of the human spirit in all its realizations. Not only have consciousness and the concepts of its philosophical understanding of the world arisen from the symbol, but also religion, rite and cult, art and customs, and because the symbol-forming process of the unconscious is the source of the human spirit, language, whose history is almost identical with the genesis and development of human consciousness, always starts out as a symbolic language." Thus, Jung writes, "An archetypal content expresses itself, first and foremost, in metaphors." Neumann, Great Mother. The unconscious communicates its image symbols to the conscious mind, primarily through two channels, dreams and imagination. Understanding the symbolic nature is more accessible through dreams, as they often depict mythical creatures and surreal situations beyond the realm of everyday life. Initially, people may find dream images perplexing, but this confusion dissipates as they recognize that these images are symbolic and not meant to be interpreted literally. Although dream images may seem nonsensical in ordinary terms, they possess profound coherence. By delving into their language, we uncover that each dream is a masterful form of symbolic expression. The unconscious employs symbols not to bewilder us, but because it is its inherent mode of communication. Jung writes, "I was never able to agree that the dream is a facade behind which its meaning lies hidden, a meaning already known, but maliciously, so to speak, withheld from consciousness. To me, dreams are a part of nature which harbors no intention to deceive, but express something as best it can, just as a plant grows or an animal seeks its food as best it can. These forms of life, too, have no wish to deceive our eyes, but we may deceive ourselves because our eyes are short-sighted. Long before I met Freud, I regarded the unconscious and dreams, which are its direct exponents, as natural processes to which no arbitrariness can be attributed, and above all, no legerdemain." Jung, Memories, Dreams, and Reflections. A dream can be likened to a projection screen where the unconscious unveils its inner drama. Within this dream canvas, we encounter the diverse inner personalities that constitute a significant part of our overall character, as well as the interactions among those forces that compose the unconscious. These concealed forces and their activities trigger, in a manner of speaking, visual representations that manifest on the screen in the form of images. The interplay of these dream images precisely mirrors the inner dynamics transpiring within us. To decipher these images, we must start from the realization that they should not be taken literally. Instead, we learn to seek an attitude, an inner persona, or an internal conflict that adopts the guise and hues of the image, rendering it visible within the realm of dreams. Dreams serve a fundamental purpose. They articulate the unconscious. Each dream conveys something existing within the dreamer at the unconscious level. Furthermore, the images within a dream ought not to be interpreted literally. Rather, they symbolize facets of the dreamer and the dynamics inherent to one's inner life. Jung's perspective rested on the notion that the psyche operated as a self-regulating organism. Within the realm of dreams, conscious attitudes often faced compensation by their opposites at an unconscious level. For Jung, dreams played a vital role in guiding individuals towards psychological wholeness. He described this process as a dialogue between ego and the self, wherein the self, representing the deeper layers of the unconscious, sought to communicate what the ego was unaware of but needed to know. This dialogue within dreams involved an interplay of recent memories, existing challenges, and potential solutions, all aimed at fostering a more complete and integrated individual. Jung introduced two fundamental approaches for analyzing dream material: the objective and the subjective methods. In the objective approach, individuals and elements within the dream are interpreted as they appear. The mother is the mother, the girlfriend is the girlfriend, and so forth. Conversely, in the subjective approach, every figure and element in the dream symbolizes an aspect of the dreamer's own psyche. Jung acknowledged that the subjective approach could be challenging for the dreamer to accept, but he argued that in effective dream analysis, individuals would eventually recognize that dream characters represent unacknowledged facets of themselves. For instance, in a dream where one is pursued by a crazed killer, the dreamer might come to realize their own suppressed aggressive tendencies. Jung further believed that archetypes such as the animus, anima, and the shadow manifested themselves in dreams as symbolic figures or symbols. These figures could take various forms, like an old man, a young maiden, or even a giant spider, each representing an unconscious attitude that remains largely concealed from conscious awareness. While integral to the dreamer's psyche, these manifestations often appeared as if they were external entities. Becoming acquainted with these archetypal symbols and their corresponding attitudes served to enhance one's awareness of unconscious aspects, fostering the integration of seemingly disconnected facets of the psyche and contributing to the essential process of holistic self-understanding, a concept Jung considered of paramount importance. Jung advised caution in assigning meaning to dream symbols without a comprehensive understanding of the dreamer's personal context. He delineated two approaches to interpreting dream symbols: the causal and the final approaches. In the causal approach, symbols are reduced to fundamental tendencies, like interpreting a sword as a representation of a penis, akin to how one might interpret a snake. In the final approach, the dream interpreter delves deeper, asking, why this symbol and not another? For instance, a sword symbolizing a penis is characterized as being hard, sharp, lifeless, and destructive, whereas a snake representing a penis is alive, perilous, potentially venomous, and slippery. The final approach provides insight into the dreamer's underlying attitudes. Instead of imposing predetermined ideas on the dreams, Jung advocated exploring the personal significance of symbols for the individual patient. This approach prevented dream analysis from becoming a theoretical or dogmatic exercise that detached from the patient's unique psychological state. In line with this principle, Jung emphasized the importance of sticking to the image. This involved delving deeply into a client's associations with a specific image, in contrast to Freud's free association, which Jung considered a divergence from the image's relevance. Jung would encourage patients to vividly imagine the image and explain it as if he had no prior knowledge of it. Context played a vital role in Jung's approach to dream analysis, allowing for a more nuanced and individualized interpretation that respected the unique psychological landscape of each patient. In Jung's view, dreams had the capacity to encompass undeniable truths, philosophical insights, illusions, fantastical imaginings, recollections, plans, irrational encounters, and even telepathic visions. Such as the conscious psyche forms our daily waking experience, there exists an unconscious nocturnal facet experienced through dreamlike fantasies. Jung argued that, just as we don't question the significance of our conscious lives, we should likewise recognize the inherent value of our unconscious experiences. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment if you have any questions about your dreams and would like me to analyze them. I've also developed an app to teach you how to interpret your own dreams based on Carl Jung's analytical psychology, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested in learning more.